What's up, guys? It is Chris back with another watch unboxing. Today we are unboxing CREUX AUTOMATIQ. This is their Ghost CA-09 version 3. And this is a prototype that they sent me on loan from the brand. So just getting right into the packaging, obviously a very heavy lacquered box. This is a wood box with a lacquer on top, almost so thick that it feels like plastic. It's really a very, very well-made box, very heavy. Inside we have a strap changing tool right here, held down by two little bungee cords, and then under this bungee cord you have a warranty card and then a Swiss-made certificate, and underneath there is also a booklet that tells you a little bit about the operation of this watch right here, the Ghost version 3. So obviously you can see this is a skeletonized watch, and I will just move the box out of the way very quickly. And before I get into it, please don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel. So here it is. This is a very, very interesting watch. Titanium case, 43 millimeters, ceramic bezel, and tons of little details on this watch, similar to the Diamondback. I recently did a review of the Diamondback CA-06. This has a similar movement, however, it is completely skeletonized and PVD coated. So just getting into some of the details on this watch, it's pretty impressive. You could see the movement. This is a Swiss Tech movement here, and it is skeletonized. The rotor is completely skeletonized. There's some mesh, a lot of different finishing on the rotor itself. There's polishing, brushed, bead blasting, and the whole entire movement is skeletonized and also coated. One of the things that immediately impressed me about this watch is something that normally doesn't impress me about other watches, and that is the clasp. Just listen to this. It's solid. This is a solid piece of titanium. It's a solid piece of metal. The whole thing is very thick and very solid and very, very well made. The strap, extremely well made as well. Very thick, very supple. Just a really interesting combination of colors as well. Striking gray, I guess, you know, they name it the Ghost, so a lot of gray tones here. The whole entire case is bead blasted. And then you also have the little details, like I mentioned, the gold in the bolts that hold in the ceramic bezel, the crown, which is screwed down. You have 100 meters on this watch. There are many layers to this dial, and I'll try and do a little bit of a close-up here, but the dial itself has a few different layers. So that first layer is obviously the movement. Then there is a second layer which has the second wheel at the 9 o'clock position. That wheel is actually made out of a piece of sapphire, I believe. And then the seconds are printed directly on there. So it's a piece of glass that's spinning. Then above that, you have what sort of looks like a chapter ring, but also turns into what is the skeletonized bezel. And it juts out where that second hand is. And then you have indices on top of that. So that's placed on top of that chapter ring area. And then above that, you have the Sapphire Crystal, but the Sapphire Crystal has the name, the brand name printed. And then seconds is printed right there. And then there's a date window. That is not printed, however, it is part of that upper level of the dial itself. Very interesting, a lot of layers, a lot to look at on this watch. I literally just got it. I opened up the box and I just wanted to do an unboxing for you guys so you could see. I'm going to be wearing this watch over the next few weeks, but first impressions, I'm again blown away by this brand, and I have the CA-06 that I have on loan from the brand as well. And you can see one of the major themes from the review of this watch that I mentioned is that they have a brand DNA, and that brand DNA is, even though these two watches are so different, you know that these are from the same maker. They are definitely cousins in some way. This is more conservative. Even though it's a bracelet watch, it looks so similar to this Ghost. You would know immediately if you saw someone wearing one of these that it was a CREUX. Those crown guards, again, very similar. The carried through gold crown, just a really beautiful execution, and I really like this design. I like the case design, and overall very impressive. A lot of detail, and a lot of that detail, like I said, comes from that dial, but it's also, take a look at this strap. There are deep cuts that go the length of the strap. Then there is a deep cut right down the middle that follows into the case. So it starts in the case and then goes through the bracelet. So that's a really good way of integrating that bracelet and the strap, and not making it look like it was an afterthought. It definitely wasn't. They thought this through. They made a strap specifically for this watch, obviously, and they made it well. And then you could see, yes, it's 43 millimeters, but as you can see in a lot of watches like Lynn Verdelin, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that brand, but the strap actually goes inside of the case. So it doesn't even have lugs, it has negative lugs. And it allows the strap to really conform to the wrist. So this will wear very, very comfortably. And really quick, I'm gonna do a wristwatch check. Today, I am wearing my Vacheron Overseas. This is a world timer. And I put it on my rubber strap because I wanted to show you in profile, you know, a classically designed 70s integrated bracelet watch, and you could see the similarities between the three. So I am actually in production of a integrated bracelet video where I'm going to be not comparing, but more or less showing you that there are very different price points of the luxury integrated bracelet watch, the integrated sports watch. And obviously I'm going to be including my Vacheron, I'm going to be including my AP, and I will be including my IWC and 3 of these watches of the CREUX. This watch, the Ghost, the CA-06 on a bracelet, and the CA-06 on a rubber strap. So like I was saying, just getting back to the unboxing, really just a really cool watch in general, and offers a lot for your money. Now these come in at around $3,000, and they aren't cheap by any means, but when you look at what you're getting, this is really a AP alternative, truly, in every sense of the word, because it really has some incredible wrist presence, and I'm going to put it on my wrist. So I've mentioned in the past I have a 7.5 inch wrist. This is a 43 millimeter watch, but you could see it doesn't wear much bigger than my Vacheron. I have an IWC Ingenieur, which is 46 millimeters. That wears a lot bigger than this, actually. So this wears smaller because of, you know, first off, it is smaller. It's 43 millimeters, but because of the way the bracelet actually integrates into the case very thoughtfully, it does wear smaller. It does not hang over the sides of my wrist. It wears very, very well. And, you know, I'm super impressed immediately from this watch, and I just have to do this again because it's so awesome. It's just really solid. Obviously, it's signed. Crown is signed. You have a screwed in case back, and the screws go through to the front of the watch, which is, you know, so it's very similar to the way that APs are put together. Just a very, very interesting watch, and super cool. So I'm going to be wearing it over the next few weeks, and I will definitely let you guys know what I think of the watch. But like I said, first impressions, I am impressed with this watch. I'm impressed with the brand. They are truly a different independent brand that are actually at a very, very affordable price point. So these watches, like I think I've mentioned before, these are coming in the just over $1,000 range. I think about $1,300 to $1,500, and then these are around $3,000. Definitely worth the money. So quickly, I'll do a very quick loom check because this actually does have loom on it. I will unscrew the crown so we can see the hands. I don't think there's going to be an incredible amount of loom on here, but again, any loom on a sports watch like this is pretty cool, and it doesn't really matter as long as there is some that you could see the watch in the dark, and I think that's an added bonus. So I'll shut the lights off. We'll do that, and then we will end the video. So there you go. It's actually pretty impressive for the type of watch this is. I could show you the lume on my Vacheron, and it's actually pretty poor compared to this watch. So you do have loomed indices here, and you do have loomed hands, which is not so bad. As I mentioned, my Vacheron and my AP has loomed indices and hands as well, but the AP isn't great with loom either. These are sports watches, and they should have a little bit of loom, and this has just the right amount, I think. And it looks really good, and it hangs on. It's not thinly applied. It hangs on for a while, so pretty good here. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel. I'll add a link to CREUX AUTOMATIQ in the description below if you want to find out more information about these watches. Definitely check out their website. They do offer discounts from time to time, and there are some watches that they have on pre-order, so check them out. Please also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is WatchChrisBlog. WatchChrisBlog.com is also my blog if you want to catch up on some of my older videos. And thank you for logging on, and I'll catch you in the next video.